Lazio midfielder Serge Milinkovic-Savic has been offered to Chelsea. The 28-year-old player only has 1 year left in his contract with Biancocelesti and does not intend to sign a new contract, making sales this summer the best result for all parties. Lazio did not want to give any discount for Milinkovic-Savic and was reportedly looking for around 30 to 40 million euros for the star midfielder. With clubs like Inter and Juventus interested, Codified revealed today that Milinkovic-Savic's agent, Matej Kezman, had contacted Chelsea to offer his client services, confirmed that the Lazio star would cost around 40 million euros. The Blues are a fan of Serbian midfielder but seems to focus on finding a different midfielder style, with his favorite is Moises Caicedo from Brighton and Romeo Labia from Southampton. Newcastle United are working on midfielders Chelsea and Manchester City. Newcastle is looking for a potential agreement for Manchester City midfielder Calvin Phillips and Chelsea player Conor Gallagher because they want to continue their recruitment after Sandro Tonali's arrival. The area that Newcastle wants to be handled at the club is midfielder, and they have shown interest in James Maddison and Dominic Szoboszlai this summer. Only Newcastle lost to Tottenham and Liverpool. They have other choices. According to Telegraph, while permanent moves may be difficult, the How team is looking for the possibility of signing loans this summer with Calvin Phillips from Manchester City and Conor Gallagher from Chelsea both attractive. The agreement could be complicated. He added that Mauricio Pochettino wanted to give British international players a new opportunity to prove himself at Stamford Bridge, while Calvin Phillips himself set aside the move of Etihad this summer after being associated with West Ham. Chelsea fans are excited by the crazy Mykhailo Mudryk assist in the victory of Ukraine U21 over France. Chelsea fans are crazy about the crazy Mykhailo Mudryk assist in the victory of Ukraine U21 over France and nicknamed him Mudrykino after appearing as a star when they gave a tip to the winger who had difficulty glowing under Mauricio Pochettino. Opendung supporting Chelsea praising the appearance of Mykhailo Mudryk for Mudryk U-21 Ukraine won a penalty and produced an extraordinary assist in victory over France. Chelsea fans estimated that Mudryk would develop rapidly under Mauricio Pochettino. Mudryk made a significant impact on Sunay when Ukraine defeated France 3-1 to advance to the semi-finals of the competition. The Chelsea striker wants to come out with West Ham will fight with 3 other Premier League clubs to get his signature. West Ham was alert after reporting that the Armando Broja striker wanted to get out from Chelsea. The Team Talk website claims that Albanian international players have representatives who explore the potential transfer of Stamford Bridge this summer, with the London Stadium as one of the potential goals. Crystal Palace, Brentford and Burnley are also said to be interested in contracting Broja, who are open to move, with Chelsea are willing to sell the striker at an appropriate price. While the loan agreement has not been decided, Team Talk reports that the permanent transfer is currently an option that all parties like. West Ham did try to contract Broja last year. The Hammers indeed submitted an official offer for the 21-year-old player in the 2022 summer transfer window, and there was a report at the time that the player was interested in joining the David Moyes team. Mason Mount move to Manchester United is almost certain. While waiting for a medical test, the Chelsea midfielder has become a long-term target of the Red Devils, and the club from Manchester will be happy to land it. The agreement with Manchester United will be a 5-year contract, with Chelsea receiving £55 million in guaranteed transfer fees and an additional £5 million. The agreement will last until 2028 with options for Mount and Manchester United to extend it in 1 year. Mount is expected to be a regular starter in United, with him providing support to Bruno Fernandes on the attack line and Casemiro in defense. He will most likely be placed in the same role as Christian Eriksen, playing his natural role as a box-to-box midfielder with an emphasis on the game that connects defense and midfield. Erik ten Hag reportedly was a big fan of Mason work level, who might play a big role in the way he played. Chelsea targeted goalkeeper Porto, Diego Costa, as the second choice for Kepa. Chelsea are eyeing Porto goalkeeper Diego Costa as the transfer option in the coming weeks. The Blues are in front of all the teams interested in the goalkeeper and is expected to make contact with the Portuguese club faster than later. Costa has a release clause of £64 million, but Porto may be willing to release it with only a few £1,000,000 of that price. Reports from Chelsea stated that the coming head coach Mauricio Pochettino is expected to maintain Kepa Arrizabalaga as his first-choice player, but he has told him that he might not do it without competition. Chelsea have been looking for several goalkeepers to replace the Spanish goalkeeper this season, and might take over his coat the following season. Costa, who was only 23 years old, was said to be the best goalkeeper in Portugal. He matches all the criteria for the modern elite goalkeeper. In Portugal, his opinion is that his talent has no restrictions, and can continue to be the greatest goalkeeper in the history of the country. With a passing accuracy of 77% and more than 7 long balls accurate per game, he is suitable for playing style of ball possession. Liverpool and Arsenal provide encouragement in the race for Chelsea's target. The player in question is Romeo Labia from Southampton. After Southampton was relegated from the Premier League last season, Labia's future became unclear. A number of top England clubs have been associated with the move of the midfielder. One of the names is Chelsea, and remembering the number of midfielders who are missing and the lack of players they brought this summer, they seem to be one of the favorites to land the Belgian players. Now, however, Fabrizio Romano has provided detailed updates on Labia's situation. Fabrizio Romano said, "This can be crucial for the next few weeks for Romeo Labia." Chelsea and Manchester United are still watching the situation. Arsenal are also interested in Labia but 100% focus on closing the agreement for Declan Rice at this time, and then Jurrien Timber. Even so, Labia could be a choice for them if Thomas Partey left the club, and Liverpool are now also included in the race for Labia. They are working on an agreement and have direct contact both from the player and club side. The initial plan of this summer is to always recruit 3 new midfielders after the departure of Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, and James Milner. Let's see how much they can invest for the last after bringing Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai. Labia must be on their list. Mauricio Pochettino is ready for pre-season. Mauricio Pochettino began his new job as Chelsea boss on Monday morning and had many things to be faced. Chelsea players return to the pre-season gradually for the next 10 days, with Pochettino and his staff will start a physical test on Wednesday. However, the composition of the squad, that is always changing, will depend on the continued fire sale, which so far has collected £212 million this summer. Mauricio Pochettino has arrived in Chelsea to start working as a new club manager. The former Tottenham manager greeted staff in social media videos before stepping in. League One club made a step €25 million for Chelsea stars. Lyon reportedly launched a move for Chelsea striker Christian Pulisic. The USMN star is open to leave Stamford Bridge after 4 years at the club. According to David Ornstein's report from The Athletic, Pulisic has 2 clubs chasing him this summer at AC Milan and Lyon. Milan has talked with Chelsea, but the clubs have different opinions in their assessment of the player. The Serie A side offers £12 million, while the Blues want at least £25 million to approve the sales. Lyon is now outperforming the San Siro team with a €25 million offer. League One side is also willing to add a good sales clause to the Blues. Ornstein added that Chelsea considers the offer to be acceptable and can continue the agreement. Pulisic has not made a decision regarding League One's move, but has approved the requirements with AC Milan. If the American player joined the French team, he would face Strasbourg, the Blues Brothers club, on the first day of the new season. Chelsea are expected to be strong with their first offer for midfielder Brighton Moises Caicedo. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, Italian journalists say that the Blues are now in a formal discussion about the signing of the Ecuador international player, and he estimates that Mauricio Pochettino will try to complete the negotiations as quickly as possible. Chelsea will be strong in this matter. They do not want long negotiations, but Brighton is very difficult in negotiations. Personally, there is no problem. Players have said yes to Chelsea and Chelsea feel full control, although the Blues are in the leading position to recruit these players. As Romano said, Brighton is not a team that makes everything easy. Remember, they managed to get £62 million for Marc Cucurella last summer, and the Chelsea negotiation team will be interested in doing better work this time. They hope that the agreement can be achieved at a price of £80 million, but we will see later. Chelsea on the tail of yet another brilliant Brazilian talent. Chelsea are closing in on a deal for Matheus Franca, a Brazilian attacker playing for Flamengo. The Blues are holding fire on first-team signings at the moment, but this one will likely cost them €25 million to do, according to Brazilian journalist Vene Casagrande, who had the exclusive. The 19-year-old is a star for Flaming Zero, where he's managed 5 goals in 22 league games. Franca has played in various different positions in the front three, and looks a really dynamic, Vinicius-type attacker. Currently Chelsea are reported to be offering €20 million, and that small difference will likely be bridged soon. Some will complain that this money should be going on first-team stars, but there's clearly a two-tier concept going on here. And even if they had this €20 million to add to their €70 million bid for, say, Moises Caicedo, they might still not do it. A bad deal is a bad deal at the wrong price, even if you've got a lot to spend.